Hey everybody, welcome back to Sarah Baker Fitness. Cool thing that happened, I recorded the whole video on my GoPro, and in the middle of it, it just said an SD card error again. So I'm gonna just record it on my iPhone 7, where I know that it's not gonna give me an SD card error. So if anybody knows why your GoPro device just tells you there's an SD card error 30 minutes through recording one of your videos, just let me know. I mean, there's nothing else on that SD card, so I don't know what error you're giving me and why. But we're just gonna go ahead and do it over again. No big deal, right? Basically, what I wanted to talk to y'all about today and update y'all on was my life over the past couple weeks, especially the past couple days, which have been full of excitement. And that sounded sarcastic, but I didn't mean it that way. And at the end of the video, I will have a video of me or footage of me in the gym doing some back exercises, and I'll kind of go into that a little bit later. But first and most important thing I want to talk about, actually, I want to apologize for how I look right now. I mean, I try to look my classiest for you in my videos, but this is just my everyday life look. Like, I just got back from the gym and my hair was up, but now it's down, and I'm kind of a mess and I haven't showered yet. But anyways, I went to something yesterday really exciting called Fitcon. It's like a fit expo. So if you've ever heard of anything like a Comic-Con, it's just like that, but for fitness. So there's different vendors that you can go around to there. It was a mainly outside event, but you could go around to the different vendors, look at different products, fitness products, pre-workouts, protein, you name it. The main reason that I went is because Evan Childs was there. Like, my coach, Evan, was there. Holy shit, and I got to meet her. I didn't just get to meet her and say hi for 5 seconds and bye and, oh, thanks for everything that you do. No, I mean, you got to legitimately kind of hang out with her every so often. It was a real, like, open event. You could walk around. They were walking around. And so I found her, introduced myself. She knew who I was, which was awesome. And I mean, I was so nervous. I mean, I'm nervous now even talking about it again, but I really just wanted her to know how much she is changing my life, and how much she influences me to do just so much better in the gym and be more focused and pay attention more to what I'm doing. And also wanted to let her know that this program is phenomenal. So if any of you out there have any questions as to if the Alpha Female program works, absolutely, it does work. And of course, it's going to work if you're willing to make sure that it works and you're willing to put in the commitment, the dedication, and the self-discipline, which is probably some of the hardest things that you'll ever have to do in your life. Self-discipline, especially with food. I love food. I just want to eat all the food, but you can't always eat all the food because then you're not gonna look how you want to look, and that's not great. But like I said before, I have very specific goals for myself. I want to be lean. I essentially just want to be shredded. And I hate that word, but that's really what I want to look like. I mean, like veins popping, I want that. And I want to do it in a healthy way. And that's why I'm taking you through this journey with me, to show you that it is possible. But anyways, I'm getting off track. So more about Fitcon. Evan Childs wasn't the only one there. There were a lot of other huge names in the competition world of fitness. Being honest, I've heard of some of the names. I just don't know that much about most of them, which I'm sorry. But a few others that are, still actively competing were Emily Hayden. She is a IFBB fitness model. If you don't know who Emily is, I'll go ahead and link to her website, her YouTube, and you can go ahead and look at a little bit about what she has going on. Like, she's going to compete right now, and if there's anybody who has it difficult in life in the fitness world, it is the bodybuilders, those that are competing. The guidelines and how strict they have to be with their bodies, like, it's just unreal. So not only did we meet her and a few others as well, but they had an opportunity to speak. So they had kind of like a seminar portion of the whole thing, and they got to speak for about 30 minutes and have a Q&A. Emily's portion was really inspirational because she's a very spiritual person. She talks a lot about vibes and feelings that she gets from meeting other people and just kind of bouncing energies off of each other. Somebody asked a really good question to her regarding how does she stay so focused and in tune and in line with what she's trying to do and achieve. And, she said, I could let all of these background things get in the way. I could let the music outside bother me. I could let my hand movements bother me, or my legs swinging, or the distractions in this room. But she said what's important is just being in the moment and focusing. And she really related that to the gym, which I think is so true and so important. So hearing a lot of this really motivates me even more in the gym and with what I'm doing, and reminds me why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I really wanted to I tried to thank her as much as I could for being so inspirational, but I think I did a horrible job at it. I had to message her later and just be like, hey, you're incredible, thank you. But, and like her speech compared to, like Evan's and a lot of the others, of course, everyone's journey and motivation and inspiration is very different. So Evan's was very touching. She shared a lot of personal things about her journey, why she's doing what she's doing, and what motivates her. And what motivates her, now she's somebody who doesn't compete, is going to be totally different than what motivates Emily, right? But the things that Evan talked about and like how she got to the point that she got to was really, awesome and refreshing to hear, even though, there's heartbreak or heartache along the way. Whatever your motivation is, it's going to be used for the better. And I think that was kind of the whole point of her speech. One of the last things I wanted to add about this alpha female program in general is that one of the things that I've really, really enjoyed about it is like all the girls in the program tried to kind of link up as much as possible. And like there's a Facebook page, and on Instagram, we've all like added each other to see our progress. And some people post about it a lot, some people not at all. But the thing that's really nice is that you can be there for one another as much as you can and give advice. And I think it's really important to remember with this that another girl's progress or another girl's journey is going to be entirely different from yours. And I never want anybody to get frustrated at looking at somebody else's progress and being like, God, why are they building so much, more muscle than me? Or why are they progressing faster than me? Or anything like that. And that was Evan's like big point yesterday too, is that probably one of the things that she notices the most or has the biggest question on is really just patience. And you have to be patient with this process. It is week 6, and I'll be the first to admit that I get impatient, and I'm like, why aren't my arms any bigger? Why isn't my back bigger? Why aren't my traps bigger? Why don't I have more leg definition? I'm doing all this hard work 6 days a week and really trying to watch what I eat. Like, why are things not progressing even faster? But it's not going to be like that for everybody. It's going to take time. That's why it is a 12-week program, because it's going to take time. And after the 12 weeks are up, it's going to take time after that too. But it's something I'm going to stick with 100%. And one of the things I forgot to mention, I think I'm getting off track to what I was originally trying to say about what's been really great about this. There are 2 things besides the results, are the girls that you get to meet / talk to who have either gone through the program or are still going through the program. So Evan introduced me to a girl yesterday who was in her class 6, I believe. And within, a year's time or a little over a year's time, this girl, she's competing now. Like, you should see her. She's huge. She looks so in shape and so fit, and it was so inspirational to see like what she went through or what she started at to what she is now. And it's amazing. And Evan was really touched by it. I was really touched by it. And it was just reminding me yet again, like, yeah, this is what I want to be doing. Do I necessarily want to compete in anything? No, but this is just for my own self. So I thought that was really cool. The other thing that I'm trying to say that was really great about this are the girls that you get to connect to. You get messages every so often from people, that are like, hey, join this Facebook group, or hey, how is this going for you, or how long are you spending in the gym? And then you get others that just want to kind of know who you are a little bit and talk to you. And so, I've had the opportunity to have some really good conversations with a few people, some more than others. And, for that, I'm very thankful, because you're like meeting new friends, and I think that's really cool, and that's something that I'm really all about. And they're from different states, or they're from all over the country, but these girls apply from all over the world. But I've been talking to somebody a lot, and we help each other stay, inspired and on track, because we both feel like we can fall off track sometimes with our busy schedules or busy lives. So it really helps to have that person to talk to just be like, you can do this, hang in there. Here's some advice, like here's what I eat, here's what I do, here are my macros, and here's how I manage them. And that's been really awesome. So I wanted to add that in there, and I hope that I portrayed that to Evan yesterday in saying that there are a lot of really beneficial things with this. So the videos that you're going to see of me working out in the gym, now I have with Evan's program, I have certain days, so I work out 6 days a week, and Sundays are rest days, right? But yesterday, Saturday, I didn't work out because I was at Fitcon all day, and then had things to do afterwards. So I just didn't have the time. So Saturdays are supposed to be a specific workout day, but instead of working out Saturday, I incorporated yesterday's workout with today's workout. But it is not back day. I did my back because it's something for me that I've never really been able to show any progress in whatsoever or focus on. And lately here, I feel like I've actually seen some progress, which is amazing. And it's just been through consistently trying to do the correct workouts or the same workouts. Actually, not the same workouts, but mixing it up a lot more. So that's been going really, really well. And I also didn't want to do a video on the exact things that I'm doing in the gym with Evan's program, because I want that to be personalized to if you are an alpha female and you've signed up and you've bought into the program. I don't want to put that information out there and potentially jeopardize that in any way, shape, or form. So that's why I decided to just kind of do, some of the things that I do for my back are definitely part of the workout, but as far as the reps and all the things that she suggests, I just don't want to put that in there. So I hope that makes sense. Without further ado, we'll get into the video of me at the gym doing some back exercises, lat exercises, row machine works. I just recently joined a rec center, I just have issues with big gyms that make you pay an obscene amount of money. I feel like it is extremely unnecessary. I can't do all the workouts I want to do in my apartment gym or apartment gyms, and you shouldn't be anyways, but this rec center has pretty much everything that I need, and it's been working out very well. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get into the video. Here's me working out at the gym doing some back exercises, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you. So I like to start my back workouts with an assisted wide grip lat pull-up. I can do a lat pull-up on my own, non-assisted. However, I really like the assistance that it gives me because I can do a lot more reps. I don't have a set number of reps that I do. I just go until failure with these. And here we have a row machine, or a type of row machine, and this is really focusing on your middle back. And the thing that I really want to point out with these exercises, like row machines or with anything, especially with back exercises, is to really feel that squeeze in your back. When you're doing this, your biceps really should not be involved as much as possible. You really should be using as much of your back as possible. With this one here, it's another variation of a row type machine. But this one, I feel like I have the ability to have a much tighter grip into my body, which you can see allows me to have a bigger squeeze towards my upper back there. So I have to admit that this machine is something that I don't use all that often, and it's actually really hard for me to do. I'm probably on one of the lightest weights that you could be on with it, but that does not matter. It is going to work your rear delts, and the goal here is really to go as far back as you possibly can. I go as far back as I can until I really can't go back anymore, Once again, feeling that squeeze, feeling every muscle contract in my back. And if you look at it really hard enough, it looks like it's something out of a Predator movie. So with this machine here, it's called a diverging lat pull down machine. The thing that I like about it the most is that it gives me a wider grip. It allows me to pull my elbows in closer to my body, really giving me that squeeze that I'm looking for in my back. And before you ask, yes, that's a spider tattoo on the back of my neck. Once again, we have another variation of a lat pull down. And I want to point out here, it's really important to go all the way up and bring it all the way down to your hip. With all these exercises that I do, it is also really important to remember to do them slowly. There's no reason to rush through all of these. There's no reason to go at a super fast pace. Pay attention to what muscles you're working. Really think about them. If you think about them and you pay attention to what muscle it is that you're working out of this, you'll get a much better burn. I just want to start off by saying with this move that I'm doing here, please don't bow your back like I am doing currently. That was not the goal here. I was really trying not to bow my back and try to lean back a little bit more with my butt. However, this happened. So here we're working the upper back, as you can see, focusing on that squeeze yet again. And of course, make sure you're not just rushing through this, that you're taking your time. I'm going to go ahead and admit with this. I have to use probably the lightest weights that I can find, usually like 5 pounds. So I actually start off using a 7.5, as I like to go up in weight, but I started off with a 7.5 when I really should have probably done a 5. You see me struggle trying to get my arms up back behind me with a 7.5. A 5 does make it a little bit easier. And really the reason for this is because I just don't do enough of them. As time goes on, you build those muscles that you don't typically use all that much when you do this, and it should make it easier in the long run, but it does take time. One of these days, I'll make it past a 5 pound. All right, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye.